was an artist in residence at Bundanon Trust in 2011 when I facilitated some dance movement workshops for people from the disability and the mental health sector. At that time, conversations started with Bundanon staff who were looking for opportunities to connect and develop a cohesive project with this sector. A project that had a long-term vision and that could evolve over a long period of time and have an ongoing life. Online, in galleries, festivals. So Bundanon put out a call out to the local community to find participants. And we began the process by bringing some objects, drawing, writing, and talking about what sorts of films we'd like to make. We responded to the landscape through movement, and the process was really quite open and it was really dependent on the uptake and the needs of the participants. As an artist who often works within diverse communities, developing trust and connection between each other is a really integral part of my creative process. Through dance and movement, I aim to establish a nurturing and safe space for people to connect and express their individuality.
Mel, yes, the slow version, do you remember? Yeah. And John, what was yours?
It was the sprinkler.
Sprinkler. And that came last, was it?
Initially, I was interested in the participants responding to the landscape or telling and sharing stories about the local area. But then some participants took the project into other imaginative territory, which is really exciting.
And now he looks in wonderment. There's a wise old man, and then something magical happened. He got turned into himself, and he now sees the room move with heaps of colour.
Filmmaker Sam James joined the project in 2013 and we began documenting the process. We looked at some of Sam's previous video installation and compositing work and decided this was a really great model for the project, using a portable chroma key studio. This will give us the scope to work both in the studio and outdoors and enable the participants to be transported to very different realities and worlds. To quote Sam, this allowed for a kind of merging of the actual and the virtual in our everyday lives, a visual poetic way of trying to find other possibilities of who we really are. What has evolved out of this process is an exhibition of short films we've titled Hyperreal Tales. It's a series of unexpected portraits that have formed and revealed themselves over time. For example, a woman who sees animal shapes in crumpled paper, recurring nightmare, and the healing powers of nature.
The hands at rest, fingers spread, palms down. They rise, clasp each other and hold. Someone's hand shakes seeds into dry earth at their feet.
What was important in making these films was to consider our audience experience. So we wanted to create an experience that could be equally enjoyed by people with or without sensory impairment. So we've used audio description for the moving image and captioning of the spoken word or text.
A spot of white light and flashes of pink in the darkness. The spots of light tighten and dim. Movement is detected with passing objects, indistinct.
I get a bit antsy if I hear cars coming from down the road.
A car passes, blurred and dim in rosy light.
Headspace is just down there, which means traffic lights are here. Which means we're turning onto Moss Street, Bridge Tavern.
The circle of pink light pulses.
Hyperreal Tales was a 3-year project involving dance, movement, film, music, illustration and animation. A lot of the results were accidental associations which are more revealing than anything we could have intentionally created.